You see, before there was social media, before the thought of going viral was a thing, the only other person that had went viral in the car community was Smokey Nagata. You know, he went viral before there was ever a YouTube, before there was ever an Instagram, right? Alright, cool. You'd only hear about these wonderful adventures from Smokey Nagata over DVDs and shit that they tried to ban because they thought it would promote delinquency, which, you know, it kind of did and it kind of didn't. Which leads me to my next point. You see, 2005 is when the car culture would forever shift. Because this will also be the same year that YouTube got here. You could even trace street drifting all the way back to the Drift King, the forefather of drift, Keiichi Tsuchiya. So that's the thing. You want it to either be Smokey Nagata with the street racing, or you want it to be Tsuchiya, the Drift King, with street drifting. YouTube got here and forever changed the dynamic of the car culture, not just street racing, not just street drifting, but like it gave you a glimpse, a deeper look at what it was people were doing with these wonderful, like, 5 to 700 horsepower machine. The person who revolutionized these street racing videos, gave you a look into the car culture unlike anybody else, was Kyle 1320s. Now, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. You Caprice PPV guys, y'all are the sneakiest. Y'all so goddamn sneaky. Under the hood of these things are often a L77 6.0. Now, what that is, it's a 6.0 with LS3 heads and a 6L80E. This whole car is Australian, but that ain't the thing that be worrying me about these cars. You should definitely be worried, because most of these guys will be making 1,000 horsepower, right? And you'll look at this and go, oh man, I dust it. No, LSA supercharged engine, all type of shit. We talking about LS7 swaps, you know, LS7 strokers. You'll never know what's under the hood of these things, or just the basic big turbo L77. But these things are no slouch. They often call these things a cheap Hellcat killer, because all you literally would have to do is put a ported LSA blower on top of this thing, stage 3 cam, 410 gears, and a drag pack. You have a 700 to 800 horsepower monster. Look, this is a Volvo 240 wagon. This is also a vehicle that gives me nightmares. This thing is the physical manifestation of a loaf of bread and a Call of Duty loot box. Because under the hood, you're likely to find 2Js, RBs, LSs, diesel engines, SR20s, all the list goes on. Honda swaps, Miata swaps, any hell electric conversions. You just don't know. This is like the loot box of vehicles. You never know what be under the hood. And just like with the G-body, these things are perfect for all aspects of racing. Time attack, put some big ass wangs on there. Big ass wang, put some wang on it. Extra wang. I'm talking about, man, time attack, drift, circuit racing, just the drag racing. Shit, you go to a drag strip and see some big meat Larry Hoover stickly mickleys on the back, you're going to think twice about racing it, especially with the big ass 80mm turbo sticking out the hood. You see, in the early 2000s, we had takeovers. There were takeovers in the early 2000s, from 2000 to like 2005, right? But the thing is, they were throwing takeovers in parking lots or areas away from public roads and businesses and homes, you know, places where people can complain and possibly talk about calling the police on you. Then as, you know, time progressed, takeovers started devolving. What that means? That means they started getting progressively more violent. You know, guns being brought out, people hanging out the window with AR-15s and shit, dropping pistols out the window, obstructing traffic. I love street drifting. I'm not even going to front. I love street drifting. But I love street drifting that's tasteful. Not, you know, disrespecting police officers and stuff like that. You know, breaking into businesses and shit. Nobody likes that.